Christmas is, next week, right around the corner. We just got a few more days before Christmas. So if you see this afterwards, then that helpful. Hopefully, it'll help you even next year. In the future. It's not about spending all the money, spending all you have, even on food. Keeping it simple. I always say a
Yeah.
meal is a meal. Even with the holidays, you don't have to go all out and spend all this money on buying food. Just keep it simple and do what you can. Be thankful. That's what it's all about.
Yes. Be thankful.
Being
That's
grateful for what you have and where you are. And it's me personally, I'm thankful for just life. I say, because a lot of people didn't make it this far. We've been seeing so much going on with people losing their
yes.
lives when it comes down to just taking lives unexpectedly. I mean, we know death happens, but just all of the unexpected things that's been happening. So just thankful and grateful. May not be where I would like to be, but I'm thankful to be here, and I'm just grateful. And I have heard people say just recently that it just don't feel Christmassy. It just don't
Yes.
feel Christmassy. And I had to learn that what is Christmassy? And we look at all the people on TV and the advertisements and the movies and stuff like that, and we put that expectation on ourselves that it's not Christmassy.
Yeah.
So that's not. I mean, Christmassy. That's another term that people use. It's not a joyous occasion. This happened to me. I've lost my job. I'm grieving this person. I don't have the money to buy this. Or, just financial things that's affecting a lot of people. But that shouldn't make it not Christmassy, because we have to remember
Hmm.
what the season is. What the season is for. We make it
That's
be
right.
something else that it's really not. This world about what we have or what we don't have. We focus on what we don't have and not focus on what the real reason is for this season. We're celebrating the birth of Jesus Christ. You know, and it's not about the
Yeah.
presents. It's not about the food. It's not about any of that. So Christmas is Christmas, whether you have or you don't have. Thank God. I thank God that I'm still here. They may not be your, but that's
Yes.
just to encourage everyone else, that we have to be thankful, we have to be grateful, we for what we have, and just for life in general. So Christmas is Christmas, even though we don't
Yeah.
have, we don't have, we may not have what we want to have, but it's Christmassy. Make it Christmassy. You might it'll be a
Yes.
little sad and it's a woe is me moment, but you make it how you want it to be. You,
Exactly.
because if you have small children, guess what? They're looking at you, and they looking at you and how you respond. Do something, and it's not gonna cost a lot of money or whatever. You still can have family time. You can still, like I said, you can take a walk. Maybe a little cold where y'all, but do something fun with the family. And Trisha mentioned before, taking $5 and being able just to give somebody something, just to being a blessing to somebody else.
Yeah.
And I think that what else also helps us when we do for others. It may not be much.
Yes.
It just should be the thought that counts, and that's how I've always been. Just you thought about me, and even if I don't get anything, just a prayer. I know
Yeah.
I have family, friends, they're just praying, praying for me. And that's what matters. It ain't about what you receive, you know. Um, it's about just being this holiday season, just being thankful, being grateful, and not focusing on the negative things that this world puts out there every day, you know?
Yes. Tamara, I want to mention something that you said, which is in some forms touchy to a lot of us because a lot of us get detached from our family.